Hey, what's up, y'all? So for me, the sound of those two notes, those diodes, those double stops, always sound really cool. And to be honest, when I first heard it, starting to learn guitar, I was quite overwhelmed. It sounded really complicated, hard. It sounded amazing, but I just didn't know how to do it. I was a little intimidated, if to be quite honest, from those sounds, these sounds. And I want to break this myth and to say it's really easy. You can do it, and I'll show you exactly how. And it's really cool. It's a beautiful addition to your vocabulary, your instrument, soloing, etc. So just let's dive in. Oh, before that, please click the like button and subscribe. Would really mean a lot. Thank you. Double stops are diodes, are basically two notes played together. Now, oftentimes we have these kind of sounds, two notes. Do you hear the fire truck outside? Okay, maybe not. Anyway, so yes, indeed. So we're gonna take the minor pentatonic, this A minor position that probably you already know. What we're gonna do is first basically play what I call thirds on that minor pentatonic. So basically skipping a note. It's not pure thirds because it will get different intervals, but we're basically skipping one note of the scale and playing the next. So this is the melodic version of that. And if I'm playing that idea in harmonic way, I'm getting this sound. Right, so a fourth, a major third, a fourth, a fourth, a fourth, a fourth, major third, fourth, fourth, fourth. So it's mainly fourth actually, except one major third there. Big news, I'm putting out an album, and I care about this music a lot, and I would like to ask you to just pre-save this song and maybe even pre-save the album. It would really help a lot, and it doesn't cost anything. So if you could, that would be super meaningful. Thank you. So it's a beautiful sound, especially when you're playing in time, and especially when you're kind of combining lines and maybe contrasting or adding that into this idea of diet. So let's first of all make sure we can play it in time, because again, a lot of times one of the issues with a lot of these things that we learn, we understand the idea, okay, we get it, but we can't really pull it out when we want to solo or express this idea in sound. So a really good idea is to really feel it, really connect emotionally to the sound, and really have our mind and fingers really clear of what they're doing. And one of the ways with music, and specifically with guitar, is to play things in time. So I'm just going to create a very, very short loop in A minor. Okay. Cool. So literally A minor first inversion, this B diminished, and then A minor. So really thinking of A minor. So the first thing, I'm gonna play the scale one time in time. I'll play 8 notes. 2, 3. Right, you probably know that. But still feeling it, connecting to the notes and understanding what we're doing. Now I'm gonna do the same idea melodically with the skips. So playing basically those diodes, those double stops separated. Here you go. Some of the later points of the video are a little more advanced. I would recommend beginners and intermediate to also check these later points because they're really cool and they will still help a lot in your progress. All right, you can play it with me or just listen. Now, you don't have to do it fast, right? It's all about understanding. If this is too fast, you can do it way slower. So, for example, I'll play it now, the harmonic. Still beautiful. Music is all about sounds. So just enjoying the sound. It doesn't need to be fast. Right, So now I'll play a little faster, the same idea, so we feel the framework first. So. Alright, so we have a basic understanding of this framework, right? We have the A minor pentatonic, we have the dyads. But now how do we actually make music with it? So what I'm gonna do is compare lines, simple ideas with dyads. And specifically, I'm gonna try and utilize these dyads on the 5th and 6th, like 2nd and 1st string, like the opposite, right? So the B and E string. So I'm using these sounds. And notice here, it's not this, but it's this. Now it's not that you can't use this 4th, but we have a C natural. It's still gonna sound cool at times, but this is the right one if we're in A minor pentatonic. So I'm literally gonna play the loop, and I'll play a very simple line in A minor pentatonic, and then I'm gonna contrast them, sort of like call and response with this idea. Right? So I almost didn't do anything, but it still sounds nice because you know what? Music sounds good. We don't need to do a lot to make it sound good. And this is almost I guess a misconception that I had, and I'm sure a lot of people have it. It's like we always feel we need to do a lot, and actually this sounds great. This sounds freaking amazing. It's beautiful as it is. So if we're playing it in time, if we play it with intention, it's already awesome. Again. Right, very, very simple ideas. I'll repeat this line, I'll try to remember. Another really good thing to practice when you're working on this idea of call and response with simple lines, pentatonic and dyads, is to remember what you did, so you can place it exactly in the same rhythmic place, hopefully. And you can make mistakes, we all make mistakes, but the idea is to have locked ideas. That's really helpful for our development as musicians. One more. So I flipped, right? I did first of all the dyads, and then I played a little line. I changed the rhythm just a little bit at the end there, but basically I played the same sounds. Another cool thing we can do with this scale is grabbing 3 notes. So instead of 2, like we just did, which is really freaking awesome, we can take 3. So this is these 3, and we get these cool mini chords almost. Right, so again, slow. And of course we can do it through all the positions. I really want to focus right now on this position because I'd rather do one thing really well than kind of spreading ourselves a little thin all across the guitar at this moment. So we have this idea, and now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to play our little loop. So it might work for what you're hearing, and it might not be the right style. Sometimes for me this is really cool. In jazz we have these sounds that we also move around, so we have these kind of shapes. I can move between these shapes and kind of create a center with these mini chords to express a center. So this is something we do in jazz. We don't have to do it right now, but these sounds and explorations with the pentatonic key can actually yield a lot of really cool things in your playing and musicianship later on. One of the most important things to do is actually creating. So I'm going to take a couple of chords, C, F, and A minor, and try to do this idea of utilizing the chords and then filling in some little lines from the minor pentatonic and these double stops sound along the way. So I'll take C, F, and A minor. Here we go. be very simple, right? I'm just doing a little bit of these embellishments in between the chords, C major 7, F major 7, and A minor. You can use these voicings, all of these voicing work. It could also be like first inversion maybe. Right, and moving around a little bit. And even if I'm just using these kind of first and second sound, I still get so much beautiful colors. So really trying to explore is what's up. And I know it's not easy, and every time you kind of stumble and you're like, wait, I can see it here. So it's great. Once you understand you can see or can hear something, then you have a clear target. Okay, I need to see, you know, the double stops in this neck of the woods. Great, this is great piece of information to actually progress and not say like, I can't do anything. No, it's very clear, I need to work on this. Great. Thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot. And I'll see you very soon.